Hi guys, today I'm gonna talk about COVID-19, the coronavirus, Chinese virus, Wuhan virus, or whatever term you guys wanna use. All I wanna thank Speak Prosperity for their research, throughout research since this outbreak. Okay, so first the numbers are increasing day by day. See how from January 22 0 cases, March 25 some thousands of cases, and see how fast it's increasing now compared to previous months. So how fast it's increasing, have a look at this chart. 30 March, it takes 71 days for 1 million cases. 19th of April, from 30th of March to 19th of April, it takes 13 days. And from there on, 13, 11, 11, 9, 9, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, and now 3. You see, 1 million cases are increasing in just 5, 4, 3. Maybe from next week, every one day, 1 million cases. Who knows? So not only cases, deaths are increasing too, and it's climbing. If you can see, it's just slightly getting up. So now it's a bit too out of hand. It was preventable initially, but the government were late to react. So where are we now? We are here, roughly 13 million cases now. And how much was on March 25? Maybe a couple of hundred, 500 in the world outside China. So I had posted on my Facebook in March when cases were surging in China and not anywhere else, just a little bit in East Asia. I said that prepare for at least 3 months of lockdown in your home. Prepare for at least 12 months of lockdown in your country. And prepare for unemployment rate to jump to 15%. So which we saw that happen. The people had been stayed in lockdown for 3 months. In some countries people are still in lockdown, and as I said, like at least 12 months, but in your country, but it may be more, you never know. So the other thing which I'm trying to say is that most of us is blaming China that the virus is the war weapon and that it is man-made. So but I think only we can blame is our government of our respective countries. Like by mid-January, the reports were coming from the China, and the researchers and some people like the Peak Prosperity, the YouTuber channels, they were saying that this virus is not SARS-1 of 2003. This is something more aggressive, which you can't control. But no country was even thinking until end of the March, until WHO said that it's a pandemic, right? So it was preventable, but the governments and authorities were just late to react. So what now? What's the latest update? The SARS-CoV-2 a second time. So a lot of people were saying that if you're getting a coronavirus one time, you have herd immunity, you won't get the second time. But the news are coming out and it's saying that people are getting coronavirus second time. So have a look at this news. It's from the Vox News. It says, my patient got COVID-19 twice. So long to immunity hopes. So it means no herd immunity, right? The coronavirus antibodies can start to fade away within weeks, according to a new study which puts a nail in the coffin in the idea of herd immunity. That's something interesting. Can reveal heart damage in over half of COVID-19 patients in study. So what does it say? A study on heart scans of COVID-19 patients has revealed more than half had some form of damage. The study involved 1,216 patients, of whom 813 had been diagnosed with COVID-19 and 298 were deemed probable cases. Due to the design of the study, the remaining 105 assumed to have COVID-19, the co-author told Newsweek. So the participants were from 69 countries across 6 continents. They each had what's that called? Echocardiogram, a type of ultrasound scan for the heart. And out of the total 1,216 patients, 55%, so 1 in 7 has severe abnormalities, according to the paper published in the journal. So this is the study result. The link has been highlighted, so anybody can go there and have a look. That asymptomatic doesn't mean healthy. The coronavirus, according to this news journal, the coronavirus damages lungs of asymptomatic patients too, medical examiner says. A medical examiner in Florida has warned that individuals who contract the coronavirus and are asymptomatic still appear to have lung damages. When the person dies, you can find lungs that don't look and feel like lungs anymore. Where this coronavirus heading to? It seems like it's more bad as the research is going on. Asymptomatic doesn't mean you're okay, and there are long-lasting damages. It damages brains, it damaging kidneys, lungs and heart. So if a person getting infected with the coronavirus second time, so there might be a chances to getting infected a third time as well. So the big question at the moment is, what happened when people figure out that the SARS-CoV-2 is a nasty disease with long-lasting damages that some, many, few or everyone can catch over and over again, and no silver bullet vaccine is coming because antibodies are not persistent. We don't have all the bad news, but we have some positive news as well. What is that? The researchers says that there's a drugs called ivermectin. It works. So US clinical trial of the drug ivermectin found that it reduced the mortality rate of COVID-19 patient by 40%. That's huge. So the study published in Medi-Rexiv and was led by Dr. Jean Jacques, a physician at Broward Health Medical Center. The study assessed 280 coronavirus patients over the age of 18, with 173 being treated with the drug and 107 having a standard care for the virus. The study found that the overall mortality rate in those who took the treatment was 15% compared to those who did not take it, so who had a 25% mortality rate. So this would equate to a 40% drop overall. So the most notable result in the study showed that the drug had a significant effect on the very high risk group of COVID-19 patient suffering from the severe disease. Of the patient who did not receive the ivermectin, 81% died. Oh, that's a huge number, 81%. So while only 39% died when receiving the treatment, so improving their survival odds by just over 50%. So what is ivermectin? Ivermectin was developed in the 1970s as a new class of drug to treat parasitic infections. It was initially used in veterinary medicines before being used to treat some kind of disease. So 3.7 billion doses are estimated to have been given since its approval. It has been studied as a potential treatment for influenza and HIV. So more good news. Ivermectin study reveals fantastic result. 100% of a 60 patients better in an average of just under 6 days. much. So here are the summary. So we have a shorter hospital stays, lower mortality, faster wire shedding, no real downside, and therefore nothing but only upside. So here's the conclusion for my today's video. So the time between each new 1 million cases continues to shrink. And yes, people can catch COVID-2 second time, which means maybe third or fourth or maybe so many times, who knows. The second round seemed to be very bit as bad as the first time. Long-lasting damages is now a known feature even among so-called asymptomatic people. Affected organs include hair, lungs, kidney and brain. But ivermectin works. So when awareness of these facts finally penetrates the consumer mindset, long-lasting changes will cement themselves. Economic damage will be severe. Hey, again, it didn't have to be this way.